Hello and welcome to GDM Garage. My name is Dan Lee and today on the 1000 horsepower Supra build we're gonna start on the bodywork. Yeah, like I said, today we're gonna start with the bodywork of the car. And for you guys that are new to the channel, this is the car that I'm working on, which is my 93 MK4 Supra, which with the 2GZ GT engine, and I'm building 1000 horsepower of. And we've done a lot of electrical work on the car so far here on the channel. I have moved the fuse boxes from the engine bay to the trunk. So if you guys want a recap of what's done, you can watch that over here. But yeah, today we're gonna start on the bodywork, so let me show you guys what I mean with that. So here we have the front for the Supra, and this is an OEM front with a lip add-on. And if we get closer here, you can see that there's a lot of filler here, and that is because the front is unfortunately damaged. So when the previous owner put the lip add-on on the front, they used a bando to fill up the gap, which they sanded down and painted then. But unfortunately, when they put the front back on the car, they didn't use any support here on the sides. And when you drive at high speed, the front, well, it shakes or wobbles like this a lot. So with time then, the bando, it, well, cracked pretty much all the way because of that. So when I bought the car, well, recently after I bought the car, I made some support brackets to fix this, but unfortunately the damage was already done. So that was a little bit sad. But anyway, so what I've done now is that I filled up all of the cracks and well, basically repaired them. So all I need to do now is to sand everything down and then to hand over it to the body shop for a new paint. And as I'm guessing that most of you have noticed, is that I don't have a hood on the car, and that is because the hood also needs some works. So I'm gonna show you guys what I mean with that. So this is my black Supra. And for you guys that are new to the channel, this is my 95 JDM Supra with the 2GZ GT engine. And I have also single turbo converted this Supra and built a 700 horsepower engine, which I made a DIY series of. So if you're interested to watch that and want a little bit of a recap on this car, you can do that over here. And the tune-up video on the dyno for this car is coming up in a near future. I'm still preparing a bit for that, so stay tuned, it's coming up. But anyway, for you guys that have followed the channel, you might recognize that there is a new hood on the car. And this hood actually is from my silver Supra. It was on the car originally when I bought it. But I wasn't really a big fan of the carbon fiber hood on that car, since it was so stuck on the outside. So yeah, I thought that perhaps it would fit better on the black Supra, since it already has a full body kit and ready wing, and well, it's already modified a lot of it on the outside. And yeah, I think it fits really nicely. So I'm really happy with that. So my plan then is to take the OEM hood from the black Supra to put on the silver Supra, since I want to go for a more of an OEM look on the outside. So let's go and check out the hood. So here we have the hood from the black Supra, and it is in quite good condition. It has some paint chips like over here and such that has been repaired by some previous owner, And then there are, I don't know if you really can see it on the camera here, but down there is a paint crack, or well, a crack in the paint. And well, yeah, of course there are some stone chips and stuff like that, but overall it's in quite good condition. So basically the only thing it needs is just sanding. So what I need to do now is just to sand down the hood and of course the front as well, and get those ready for the paint job so I can get a freshly good paint. And of course this is going to be painted in the silver color as the silver Supra, of course, so it matches. But yeah, anyway, so a lot of sanding to do, so yeah, let's get started. So there we go, now we're getting somewhere. It's been a lot of sanding, but everything feels really smooth now, and the lines and such all look good. So I think it might be ready for the paint job now. Of course it is fine sanding left, but I'm going to leave that to the paint job. I just wanted to get all the lines and stuff right now. And well, I can tell you this epoxy is quite challenging to sand than regular Bondo. It's a lot tougher, but again it's just a lot of elbow grease and eventually you get there. But I will need to take the front out and wash it off and look at it in the sunlight. You can easily see lines and stuff better like that in direct sunlight. So I think it's done, but I need to take it out and wash it off and look at it in sunlight, like I said, before I know that. But anyway, before that I'm going to do the hood, and the hood should be a lot easier. I mean, it's just some small, you can see them, paint chips here, and there are some more on the other side, and I don't know if you can see there's some paint chips here also that some previous owner filled in. I need to take care of those, but the big thing is this crack in the paint here. I need to fill in, redo that and fill that in, I mean. And well, that's the only thing I guess with the hood. So the hood should be a lot easier than the front. But anyway, let's get to it. So, and there we go. And well, as you might notice, we are back in the garage, and that is because unfortunately I ran out of daylight. So I took everything into the garage so I would get a little bit better light. But I did manage to get a close look at the front before I ran out of daylight. And everything looks really good, actually, really good. So if we look here at the lines here and such, it all looks really good, and well, it feels pretty smooth and such. So I'm really happy with how the sanding turned out on the front. So I don't think I need to do anything more. So basically the front now is ready for the paint job. And then of course, if we go over here, we have the hood. And yeah, the hood was a lot of less work than the front, of course, a lot of less sanding. And as you saw in the time lapse, I did fill in, well, I scraped off the crack that was here. That was the major thing. So I scraped off the scraped off the crack basically, and then filled in. And then with the major paint chips, I also did the same thing, and then filled them in and let it dry, of course. And then I sanded it all down, and it feels really smooth and good. So shouldn't be a problem at all. But yeah, a lot of less work on the hood than of the front. And yeah, I also, as you see, sanded the worst parts. Like I said again, the paint job will do the rest of the work. So yeah, now everything is ready. So let's load everything up and take it to the paint shop. At the paint shop, so that feels really good, I have to say. So now they will take care of the rest, and I will concentrate on other things on the car. But I don't really know how long it would take for them to finish it, but I'm guessing like a couple of weeks at least. But it's gonna be really fun when I get the parts back then I can put the car back together, and that's gonna be really fun. So, but anyway, this is everything for this episode. So subscribe if you haven't, and like this video if you enjoyed it. And until next time, stay tuned.